Okay, what's up, classmates? So today, my speech is a little bit on a hot button topic. It's not meant to infringe on anybody's beliefs or their political values or anything like that. It's just my point of view, me trying to persuade our government on why they shouldn't take our guns. And I'm going to go through 3 reasons why they shouldn't do this, and let's get started. So the first, it's in the Second Amendment. So the Second Amendment reads, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." So what this means is that literally the government cannot come and take our guns. Like, the government themselves wrote this, and it was put in place so that the government couldn't go corrupt, and that people could stand up to a government if it did go corrupt. I think if they do change this, it opens up a whole scenario of bad things that could happen. So, for instance, let's look at it this way. The First Amendment reads that you have the freedom of freedom of speech, and freedom of press. So what if someone's on social media is just slandering my name, just bringing me through the dirt, man? Or if someone is racist and doesn't want to hire me, or is just racist on any type of social media platform or in anything really, you don't hear people talking about how, oh, we gotta change the First Amendment so people can't say that. Yeah, people might not say it because, like, duh, they don't want to put that out there that they're racist or they don't like you, but it happens a lot, actually, and that's another thing that doesn't get brought up, and that could be changed for reasons like that, but no one ever talks about that. I just don't think it's fair to single out the Second Amendment for guns when there's other amendments like the first one that can't hurt people. Like, you can hurt people with words. Words still have power. So, yeah, that on to the next. So the second reason is they have various uses. Mainly those uses are hunting and protection. So around 43% of the households in America have a gun in them. And this is Sarah McKinley. She was in Oklahoma. Her husband had died just a year before this incident. And 2 men broke into her house with lethal weapons, and she got her gun and shot and killed one of them and scared the other one off. So I think this is an incident where gun, I wouldn't necessarily say good, but it helped someone. It protected someone from someone being, evil. Like, you hear about guns killing people all the time, but yes, she killed someone, but in her protection and for her 18-month-old baby's protection. The other thing, like I said, hunting. Like, that's food. Like, hunting is used as sport and for fun, but it's like, you can put food on the table. Some people would prefer to go hunt and do things like that than constantly buying meat. So, like, if I go to a known deer range or like a place where deer go, I can take a rifle, shoot a deer, and that's food on the table for me and my family. I think that's overlooked. People are like, oh, you can use other things, but like, what if I don't want to do those things? I should have my right to go hunt as I see fit. So yeah. The third reason is responsibility and safety. So if you don't know, Chicago is one of the most crime-ridden places in America, and they still have the highest, the strictest gun laws, and they have a lot of deaths via guns, a lot of homicides. So my point to this is that it is an American's responsibility to use a gun properly and to not do things illegally. If someone wants to do something illegal or kill someone, they're gonna do it, no matter what the weapon is. Who's to stop someone from going in the kitchen and grabbing a knife and killing someone, or going in the garage and grabbing a hammer and killing someone? I think it's really unfair to focus on just guns for killing people, when, according to the CDC, guns aren't even in the top 10 for deaths in the U.S. So yeah, I mean, like, what are they going to do? Like, let's say they ban guns. What's to stop someone from grabbing a crossbow and just going in the middle of the street and killing someone? That's a little hyperbole, but still, they can ban crossbows at that point. If someone goes and gets a hammer and starts beating people in the middle of the street, are they going to start banning hammers? you can't just single out one thing when it is an individual's responsibility to be responsible with the power they've been given. And it's not fair to the 16.8 million people who own a gun in the US to take away their right because of the small portion of people that don't follow the laws. I just think that's a big reach. I think that's not fair, and that's what our it's not to say our country wants to be fair, but everyone should have a right. I think that takes away the rights of people based on the stupidity of other people. Like I said, if someone wants to do something illegal, they will find a way to do it no matter what. So that brings me to the conclusion. Like I said, this speech was not intended to hurt anybody's feelings or just state my political beliefs or anything like that. But this is something that I feel pretty strongly about, and I feel like our government can't really do this. They can't take away our guns. I think there's too many scenarios where it goes bad if they take away our guns. That's just my personal opinion. So like I said, responsibility and safety, it's in the Second Amendment, and it has various uses. Those are the three main reasons I believe that the government shouldn't take away our guns. Thank you.